All right, guys. So I got a final on my NASCAR group build. I tried to make this NASCAR group build, this particular one, a carbon copy of the 2014 Brickyard car that Jeff Gordon drove. I think it was his last victory there. I always liked that car, so I tried to duplicate it. It did okay. It wasn't perfect. There's a couple problems. The dash that comes in the kit doesn't match up. The decals aren't exactly right, but it's close. So we'll take a look at this, and I'll show you some of the things that I did on it, and see if what you guys think. The first thing I did was I painted the body a semi-gloss black from Tamiya. That's not it. That's it. LP5. I like LP5 a lot. I think it's a really smooth paint. It covers really well. So I'm a big fan of that paint, and I go through bottle after bottle after bottle. Recently bought some MCW. It's not as good, in my opinion. It's a different texture. It's a different color. It's got more gray in it. Just not as good as that paint. So I wish I could get a bucket of it. But anyway, I didn't put any clear on it after I painted it. And then I put these decals on here that I got from Mike's Decals. These are Power Slide decals. I really like those decals. Had a couple problems with them ripping on me and other things. And I was able to get past all that and get around it. But the decals, all in all, laid pretty good. I found with the NASCAR decals, you kind of got to sneak up on them and not use as much microsol versus microset. That works for me and a hairdryer. So we got through that. The other thing that the next thing I did was I basically started on the interior. These here are from ProTech. These are aftermarket hood pins that I put on there. The spoiler is a piece that I fabricated out of 0.40 sheet card and painted it. I basically a neon yellow. That's why I love this car. When you saw it on the track, boy, that thing was bright. Spin it around here. I've got all the windows in. I've got all the details on the windows. I've got all the details on the wheels. That's a separate decal sheet that I bought from Mike's Decals. Pretty much if you're a NASCAR builder, Mike's Decals is your best friend. You can get pretty much anything you need from Mike's Decals. The interior, I painted a 50-50 mix of this MCW Dove Gray 2036 and their white 2001, and it created the perfect color that ended up matching perfectly with the NASCAR interiors. Most of the NASCAR interiors are all painted the same. They all have the same color. And this is the mix, and that's the color. You want that really, really light gray. That's the color you want. Came out good. Then I cleared that. The engine compartment is pretty much just stock. I didn't like go crazy with that. This is my first NASCAR build that I've ever had, that I've had in 3 years. So it's pretty stock, nothing special. The only thing I did special was I carbon fibered the air cleaner, put the aftermarket decals on the valve covers, get a better look of it in there. But it's pretty stock. I carbon fibered the dash panel. What else did I do? Pretty much everything else is stock. I did add these antennas on top. Now, if you watch Clay Kemp build his Joey Logano car, this is pretty much how he did his. I might have used a different technique than he did with certain things, but it's got the same parts on it pretty much. The only thing that I haven't done yet is the TV antenna, the TV camera that goes up in here. And I haven't put the window netting on. Those will come later, but for the all in all, the most part, this build is complete. And I wouldn't been able to do this without Jeff from Jeff's Model Car Garage, and I think that's his I'll put his channel in the description, and Fred Henry. They both hosted this, so I thank them both for actually having this. I don't think we have any other NASCAR builds on YouTube that I know of. It really gave me an opportunity to get back to what I like to do, and I had a ton of fun with this build. This build actually kept my interest the entire way. Sometimes when I build cars and I can get past a certain point and I'll lose interest, whether it's the fabricating or the painting or whatever. This thing kept my interest the entire way through. I was excited about building it every day that I built it. So, all right. So we got this one done. We are going to go to the next one. And the next one is a weathering project that I started a while ago. I'll show you where I'm at with that. I have not pulled this out probably for eons, but it is a Chevy snowplow, the Chevy box truck. And I basically did the frame and I've weathered it. I don't know if you can see that, but I've weathered the motor, weathered the tires, and I've got some weathering on the, there you can see it a little better. I got some weathering on the frame, made the frame look like it was used. I just did that with some oils and some different dry brushing techniques, and it came out pretty good. So we're going to go on to that project next. Looking forward to finishing that up, and this is actually a build for a friend of mine, and you know, I've had this thing way too long, so I got to get it out to him. So that'll be that, and then the build after that will be BG's appreciation build. I'll get on that, and then I've got a special project I want to do. It's a Street Rod 41 pickup. So those three builds are my next ones on my channel, and hope you'll tune in. Give me a like, give me a sub if you like what you see. If you don't, give me some feedback. Let me know what you'd like to see. All right, everybody, have a good week this week. This is Terry. I'm out.